Not looking to give a free plug here, but we're always getting links to various websites selling various products to men. I suspect many of the people who send these links actually own the businesses involved. And we're not here to give a free plug to them, but I'll tell you what this is about. It's a website that is purporting to provide secret divorce planning. In this case, for men. Says here it's a 5-hour divorce planning audio and software set, digitally mastered. Says here you can order with complete privacy online, by mail, or phone. The package is disguised. Overnight delivery is included, $179. And they give you the steps you go through here. Very simplistic. Number 1, secretly order divorce prep. 2, relax and listen in private. 3, prepare while still married. 4, contact qualified attorney. 5, get the best divorce possible. They go on to say that this product is only for married men who have not yet filed. It's too late by then. Now, we're not here to talk about anybody's product. But it brings up an interesting possibility for a subject we can talk about here, and that is this. You know, all too often we get angry in a relationship or a marriage. And we tip our hand, which is never a good idea. I'll tell you why. Because people tend to do crazy things. Try to burn your house down, steal stuff from you, drain your bank account before you get to drain the bank account. They put sugar in your gas tank, whatever. They hire a good attorney before you do and start eviscerating you before you get a chance to respond. So, and by the way, there are other situations that are even more serious than that, where people are being physically abused. Let's say you're with some guy who just, uses you as a human punching bag. Is it really a good idea to say, this Friday, I'm leaving? Not a good idea. He might come home and kill you. Or maim you. It is my belief that many of you have figured this out. And many of you are secretly planning your escape. I mean, who knows what the reason is? You're living with somebody and you thought it would work out and it hasn't. But you know what? You don't have enough money put away to leave. A lot of women are in this position, right, girls? You know the deal. You thought it was a good idea to move in with that guy. You thought that you could make things work. He had money. He had a good gig. And you thought that everything was hunky-dory. And then so once you moved in with him, you found out he was a complete geek, or you found out he worked too many hours, you found out that he was a jerk or whatever. But maybe you, sold your things, gave up your apartment and moved. Now you're living with this guy, and you're stuck. Is it really a good idea to tell him, I'm moving? Or tell him, I'm moving in 3 months, I'm moving out? If any guy who's paying your bills is paying your bills because he's expecting to get poo. There's no way. If he thinks you're just going to leave, there's no way he's going to keep paying. He may change the locks on you. So I believe there are many women who, because of financial considerations, or abuse considerations, or just simply because you don't want to move out on the 31st or the 30th of the month and then not have any place set up to go. Have you ever done that? Have you been so angry at somebody you said, that's it, I'm leaving? And you go out the door with your duffel bag or whatever you have, your backpack, and then you realize you don't have a place to live. So you end up tromping on down to the Holiday Inn or the Motel 6 or the Days Inn or you name it, right? Until you can find a place. See, now you're hoping you're going to get free local calls at the motel because now you're sitting there with the yellow pages, dialing around, trying to find apartments, trying to find houses, working now at an extreme disadvantage. When in reality, what you should do is stay there as long as you can get away with it. And by the way, I'm speaking from experience. What you do is, before you tell the other person you're moving out, you go out today. Find yourself an apartment. Today. Sign a lease. Today. Then what you do is start accessorizing. While the other person is blissfully unaware that you're dissatisfied, you're on the way out the door, you get some furnishings, some furniture, some knickknacks, some bric-a-bracs. You get yourself some, little appliances, a little toaster oven, a coffee maker. Put the telephone service in, the electric service, gas service. It takes a couple of weeks to do all that stuff. And by the time you're done, now you're ready to say, I'm leaving, and leave. Have you ever said, I'm leaving, and then had to come back because you weren't ready to go? I'm willing to believe that a lot of you have thought about this, and a lot of you are in this position right now. There you are, living with somebody. The other person has no idea you're on the way out the door. They should have gotten the clues. They should have gotten the hint. Maybe you didn't hint. Maybe you've been letting them know, I'm dissatisfied. I don't like it. I don't like you. I don't like the way this is going. You're a jerk. You're a creep. You're a deadbeat. Whatever. Maybe, but they're just not hearing you. So maybe you have planned your escape. Could be anything, right? Could be you're flying back home to Kansas to be with your mom. It could be you've rented an apartment somewhere, or you got yourself a room at the Oakwood. Ever stayed at the Oakwood? Oh, my God. I have. 3 times. It's more than I could take. The Oakwood Apartments is this chain of, corporate apartments with a preponderance of ugly green formica in the hallways and the elevators, the top of the breakfast bar in your little apartment. Oh, my God. You're seeing green everywhere. That's what I saw when I was there anyway, I'll tell you. But maybe you've planned yourself a room at the Oakwood or a room at some other location. Maybe a friend. Maybe a friend is going to take you in. So anyway, you are preparing to go. And you have been smart enough to strategize this. You have not told the other person. The other person, they're going to work and coming home, and they're going to school and coming home, and they have no idea you're about to leave. If that's you, call me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
All I heard, I turned on the radio with my son in the car, and all I hear you is your bitching.
Tough luck.
About single mothers.
Well, maybe you shouldn't listen.
Why do you talk about it?
Maybe you shouldn't listen anymore.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM. You are secretly planning your escape from a marriage or a relationship, whatever. Ann on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Are you there, Ann?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm calling for Tom Leykis.
Oh, okay. Hold on, then. Tom Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Ann on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, this is Ann.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I'm leaving my husband, and he doesn't know it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been married?
We got married in November because I was pregnant.
November?
Yeah.
And are you still pregnant?
No, I lost the baby at 5 months, and this is like the 4th baby I lost, so it's really not meant to be.
Okay.
My sister said don't you know those weren't red flags? Those are purple flags. He's very abusive, and he moved to my home, which is a $400,000 home. I'm a professional. I drive a nice car, and he told me he was never going anywhere. So he stays there. He's abusive to me. He's abusive to my son, and he's ran all our friends away. Well, my friends, because they don't want to put up with them. And so I got a restraining order to get him out of the home.
Now, was he abusive before you married him?
No. You know, they put on this big front, so, you know, he wined me and dined me and did all the right things and just turned into a monster when he moved in.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was in there, I filed for a restraining order.
So he didn't move in until you got married?
No, he was there before I got married.
But all right, so before you got married, he was already a monster?
Yeah, we have been together for 3 years.
Why'd you marry him?
Because I was pregnant. I thought God wanted me to do the right thing. I thought.
So God wanted you to marry a guy who was abusive?
Well, he gave me the answer. I lost the baby, so that wasn't the answer. That's not
so God, it was in God's plan. God wanted you to marry a guy who beats the crap out of you.
No, he doesn't. He's verbally abusive. He doesn't hit.
He's verbally abusive. So God wanted you to be with a guy who is verbally abusive. Thanks a lot, God.
No, so then I thought because this was the fourth baby I lost and we weren't married, maybe God wants me to be married. That's why I'm losing these babies. So I got married and I lost it anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is you got pregnant when you weren't married. Maybe that was the message.
Yeah, so that's why I got
married. If you believe in God, what are you doing having sex?
Well, you know, we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
No, but it's one thing to make a mistake, but you got pregnant 4 times without being married.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the first time
you're a Christian, I take it?
Well, yeah, but not a perfect Christian. I'm not going to quote scriptures.
Yeah, well, you just decided to ignore the part about fornicating.
Well, yeah. So, lost this baby, and that told me that's not what God wanted.
But God did want you to marry an abusive guy.
Well, he gave me the answer by losing this baby. You're right, Tom. He didn't want me to marry an abusive guy. I was thinking, I guess that was the devil talking, not God.
Oh, see that? All right.
Yeah. So when I put him out and I filed the restraining order, I also filed for divorce. But, you know, he made his way back in, told me everything I wanted to hear or needed to hear, and he got back in.
He knocked you up again?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm taking precautions.
Oh, now at 42 you've decided to start using birth control?
Yeah. Yeah.
It only took, 30 years?
3 times?
It took 30 years for you to finally start using birth control?
No, I've been using birth control on and off, but
on and off. Well, it doesn't work when you use it on and off. They have to be on all the time.
Well, I was married the other times, too. You know, this is like my 4th marriage.
Your 4th marriage?
Yeah.
Really?
What third?
How does God feel about divorce, especially divorce all those times?
Well, it wasn't meant to be because it's of God. I've been going with unevenly yoked guys, for one thing. They don't go to church with me. They don't, you know.
I see. So they're the heathens.
No, me too. I'm not going to say I'm this righteous person because, like you said, I was fornicating and I was partying before that.
You were getting married every time you got knocked up? Is that what happened?
No, I got married before I was knocked up. That's when I was younger. My kids are grown now.
I see.
So I did marry those baby daddies.
Oh, wait, so you had, wait a minute, you had 4 miscarriages plus you had kids?
Yeah, I got 3 kids. But I have.
How much birth control could you be using if you got pregnant 7 times?
Well, I have the other 3. 4, 5, 6,
But that's
7.
still, you got pregnant 7 times. You were not using.
But that was when I was 17, 20, 21. I'm 42 now.
Really?
Yeah. So I got 3 kids. They all college graduates doing fine. Well, you know, they're fine.
But
this last guy, 4 times I was pregnant and lost it. So when I filed the restraining order to get this guy out, I also filed for divorce because it was nothing you could have.
So, all right. So you filed for divorce, but you're still living with him?
Right.
So he doesn't know you're leaving.
Right. He doesn't know the divorce papers went through. Because when it was time for him when he got served and he was supposed to go to court, I told him, well, that's okay. I don't think we have to show up. If we don't show up, it cancels. And
So do you sleep in the same bed with him and everything?
Yeah.
You do? Do you have sex with him?
Yes.
That's great. So
Morning.
you're filing for divorce, and you're having sex with him every morning. And he's abusive.
Well, he's verbally abusive.
And so what kinds of things does he say to you?
B-I-T-C-H, just anything he wants.
So at night he calls you a bitch, and in the morning he's having sex with you.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're okay with that, and God's okay
No,
with it?
I'm not. That's why I'm getting this divorce.
No, he's raping you?
No.
No.
I enjoy the sex.
You enjoy the sex?
It's the only good part of the relationship.
Right. So after he abuses you, there's nothing like having a good roll in the hay.
No, not that kind of sex.
What kind of sex is it?
Well, it's just the sex the next day in the morning.
I see.
At night, it's abusive. I mean, he may have an attitude or move something, but then in the morning, it's a routine. It's not anything of, like, making love. It's just you have sex, you reach your orgasm, and you go to work.
I see.
Okay, so I know it's not because he loves me we're having sex.
I see. So he's servicing you in the morning.
Well, and I'm servicing him.
It's kind of like Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, you could say that.
Hang on a second here. Cindy, what do you want to say to Ann?
Dude, you're insane. This has nothing to do with God. You're having these babies die because you're old. You're old. That's why you're having the miscarriage. It has nothing to do with God.
No, my friends, I'm 44.
You're 44. I'm sorry. When you hit 35, you should stop having children because the ratio of having a Down syndrome child is so high. You have no business having a child at 42. By the time you're 60, your
baby was fine. I took all the tests, and the child was normal. What it was the
child is going to a high school prom. You're a senior citizen. You should have no business having children. Have sex
I have
you want. More
that are 44 that's having babies.
Honey, you're 44 years old. Is too old to be having a child.
I'm 42.
40 is too old. 35
they have so
is
many
pushing
tests
it.
now that you can take to make sure that the babies are okay. And I took all the tests, and the baby was okay.
I understand the test. I'm a biology major in college right now. I understand these tests, and they're great.
I'm a college grad, so
is it
that
healthy?
Anything to do with
Listen,
anything.
you have 3 kids already. Isn't that enough?
Education has nothing to do
You have
with
3 kids already. That's enough. We have people starving out there.
My friends are 44. They're having kids because they wanted to do the right thing and go to school, get their education to be able to make enough money to take care of their kids.
All right, Ann, Cindy, thank you for the calls. It's 1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles to 1-800-5800-TOM. Are you planning an exit strategy? Are you planning on leaving somebody? They don't know it yet. You're married to them and you're planning on getting out. You've got your plans in motion. They have no idea. No idea you're going. Cindy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Cindy.
Hello?
Are you busy over there?
Yes.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling because I'm planning my way out of my house. I'm not married, but I'm planning my way out of my house. I have a baby and a boyfriend, actually.
And why did you do that?
Because he's always laying his fat ass on the couch, not working. He doesn't.
No. Why did you have a baby with someone like this?
Because it was. You can't say it was a mistake because I'm young and stuff.
Young and stuff.
But
you mean like stupid?
Yeah, basically.
Young and stupid. Okay.
Yeah, and I was not in love. I guess I just wanted to try it out, and I got pregnant by the fact of that.
Didn't use any birth control.
No, I didn't.
Right. And you thought what? You don't get pregnant by having sex?
No, I knew that I would get pregnant, but just like I don't know, I just didn't know I would, I was that type of person I would get pregnant. Like always all teens, think they would never get pregnant, and I did. And by the fact of that, I got pregnant, and I lived with this guy. I've been working ever since, and he only had this one job, and he hasn't been looking for a job or anything. I go to school.
And who picked this guy?
I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. But you couldn't see what a deadbeat he was when you first started saying, hey.
Well, hey, I mean,
let's have a baby.
At the beginning, everybody's going to say, hey, I'm a cool guy, or
I don't care what he said. I don't care what anybody says. What was he doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
Right. And you didn't care.
I didn't.
Uh-huh. And then, once the baby was born, you needed more money.
Yeah, he got a job and everything, and I got a job too, and I started getting everything straight. We got an apartment and everything.
And no, let me guess, your mother got stuck with having to take care of the kid all the time.
Yes.
Oh, I'll bet she's thrilled. She finally got you out of the house.
Yes, she did.
What, you've been gone 2 years, and finally now she has to take care of your kid?
Yes, correct. And
Isn't
he was
that
always
great?
at home drinking and just laying there and not doing nothing. Afterwards, he got kicked out of his job, and I said, you know what, like, this past 2 months, I've been going to school, and I just don't talk to him or refer anything to him what I'm doing out here in life. And he doesn't know that I go to school. He doesn't know the things I do.
So you're going to school, he doesn't know it?
No, I come to work, and he doesn't care where I leave the kid. He doesn't care about nothing. So now I've planned something to do so I can leave the house and leave him, and because he's going out to Vegas with his friends. And I'm taking this opportunity to leave the house.
Wow. And so do you have a date?
What do you mean a date?
A date that you're going to finally go?
Oh, yes, I do.
What's the date?
This upcoming weekend.
This weekend? And,
yes.
And you're moving where? With your mother?
No, I have it's like a room where you rent them in a house.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to pay $400, and it's going to be me and my kid.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to continue going to school, and I'm going to continue coming to work the same.
So your mother's got another 20 years of babysitting now?
No, at school they take care of him at school.
So it's only 5 years. Oh, you mean they're taking care of him now?
Yeah, well, when I go to school, they have a center where they take care of the kids.
And what school are you going to? High school?
No, it's NIT.
What is that?
It's the college for a medical assistant.
Oh, it's one of those things they advertise on TV?
Yes, I do.
Right. They get you a big fat student loan, and
yes.
Right. Then you go, and it's the closed cover before striking school of medicine, nursing.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. I mean, I'm enjoying it, and I'm learning stuff out of it. I mean,
they call that what, NIT or MIT?
NIT.
NIT.
Yes.
I see. Isn't that a basketball tournament?
I'm sorry?
I thought that was a basketball tournament. NIT.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to be living in a room in someone's house with your kid.
Yes.
And you're going to be going to NIT.
Yes, correct.
And you're going to be... a
medical assistant.
A medical assistant.
Yes.
What does a medical assistant do?
Basically, what they do is, I really don't know.
You don't really know?
That's why I'm going
You've been going to school how long now?
2 months.
2 months, and you still don't know what it is so you know you want to do it for a living, but you don't know what it is.
No, it's a medical assistant. What we do in clinics. We work in clinics and
But doing what?
Well, helping right there, injecting people.
Injecting people.
Well, you know the basics of.
No, I've never really considered that profession. I was just wondering what a medical assistant does, and I was wondering if somebody who wants to be a medical assistant would know, not necessarily how to do the jobs, but what the jobs are.
Well, basically, right now they haven't taught us things.
They haven't taught you that.
No, we're just
But you don't know what they do, but you know you want to do that.
Yes.
Like I knew in radio. When I wanted to get into radio, I knew you show up at the radio station and you have to, like, read a little bit so you have something to say, and you turn the microphone on. And I kind of knew that. And before I ever, like, worked in radio, I kind of knew what the job was. But you don't even know what the job is yet.
Yes, I do.
You haven't gotten to that part of the class yet.
The basics right now.
Where did you get this idea? You watching TV? You watching? Let me guess. You watching like Texas Justice or Maury Povich during the day, and this commercial came on?
No.
You were watching Jerry Springer at 10 o'clock in the morning on Channel 5?
No, I've seen it in the newspaper.
Right after the commercial for Larry H. Parker?
Okay, it does come out on commercials.
I know. I'm sure. All right, so Saturday he gets the big surprise.
Yes.
He probably won't even notice you're gone for a couple of weeks.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think he would.
So that must have been great sex, dear, because I don't know why else you move in with a guy like that.
And he's really...
He's good in bed,
knowing he's not even good in bed or anything.
Why'd you move in with a guy who wasn't even good in bed and he was a deadbeat?
Well, like the other lady that was talking on the show a while
It's like
ago.
anytime I've been with a psycho bitch, I'll be the first to tell you. There's only one reason. It's because she's incredible in bed. Why else would a man put up with a psycho bitch from hell? So I have to imagine, if you were with a guy who's a deadbeat, he's a drunk, he sits on his ass all day and do anything, you would think the guy could at least get the job done in bed.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons I'm leaving him now.
You couldn't even do that. So have you been banging other guys as you're preparing to leave?
No.
Not yet?
No, not yet.
So this weekend, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah?
Probably I would.
Maybe you could meet one of the students at NIT. And
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Two of you could go out.
Yeah.
You could discuss the responsibilities of a medical assistant. Or maybe the two of you could just play doctor.
1-800-5800-TOM.
There are women out there who enjoy giving oral sex, and I don't want the men out there to be disappointed and think that they can't find a woman like that because we're out here.
I know you are. And a lot of guys are still looking for you, baby.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Are you secretly planning to leave the person you're married to? I mean, do you have a plan that you are trying to execute right now? Maybe you're just living with them, but kind of a common law marriage thing. And you're leaving, they don't even know it. They're just blissfully going about their business, not knowing that you're on the way out the door. Miguel on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's up, Dad?
Not much, son.
You hit it right on the nail for me. I've been married going on 7 years. Gonna be 7 years in June. First 3 years were real good until we had a baby. Everything changed. Sex started getting less and less. Now I have sex like once every 2 months, once every month. So I'm planning to leave.
So have you made any actual plans?
I've already called the lawyer because I want to get custody also because she pretty much doesn't clean the house, doesn't cook for us, spends her time on the internet chatting all day, all night.
With other guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've already called the lawyer trying to get, see if I can get custody and trying to save up some money to get an apartment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just surprised we're in about 2 or 3 months with the divorce papers and custody papers.
And you'll have a place ready to go when those papers come out?
That's my plan.
Because that's the thing. I don't understand people who serve the papers and continue living in the house, or the other person's still living in the house. I don't get it.
No, I haven't started the paperwork yet. I just called the lawyer to get some information and stuff and find out how much it is because I need to save up some money. Because she doesn't work. I've been trying to get her to work for the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just stays home all day.
I understand.
Doesn't get my son to school. He's 5 years old. Needs to be at school.
And when did she start being lazy? When she had the kid? Before you got married? When?
After the kid, about a year after the kid. Yeah, about a year after the kid, that's when she started getting lazy, and she got laid off for work, and she said she wanted to spend some time with take a year off to be with my son, and never went back to work. So I just been telling her, I need more sex, or else I'm gonna be looking for somewhere else, or I'm gonna leave you because I'm not gonna cheat on you. I'm just gonna leave you. But she doesn't take the threats. About 2 years ago, I told her I was gonna leave. And I left for a day, came back, and because I wasn't ready. But now at this time I'm getting myself prepared first, and I'm a DTV.
Wow. Good for you.
Yep.
Miguel, I'm proud of you.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Jake on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Dad.
Son.
How are you?
Do you care?
Absolutely. Sorry.
Doing great.
Anyway, check this out. I relocated 1,500 miles to be with this skirt. Everything was great when we were going to school together. Sex was wonderful, had a lot of money, so forth, stuff like that. So I relocated, got another job out here, and moved in together. We were together for about a week, and, the marriage question comes up. She's popping it. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I've already been in that once before. Don't want to go down that road again, especially so quick.
Right.
So it was about a week after that. She decides we need to go to the mall. And as we're walking around the mall, she's looking at rings. Next thing I know, I'm conned into this by, I don't know how, I guess just sheer stupidity, to pick out rings. Next thing I know, adds on 30 pounds. Next thing I know, oral stops. Next thing I know, no more cooking. So about 6 weeks ago, I told her I was having a problem with my payroll. I'm an operations manager for a big construction company up here in the Pacific Northwest. And in other words, what I've been doing is I've been lying out of my butt, getting some quick cash flow together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you need a lot of cash.
Yes.
You can only go so far on credit cards. I've been thinking about this, and it was funny. You had a topic where you were kind of talking about this about 5 weeks ago, about being prepared to walk out the door.
Yes.
And a matter of fact, she was with me in the truck, and we were going fishing when we heard about it. And she hates you, by the way.
Of course.
Of course.
That's how I know I'm doing it right, Jake.
That's right. That's right. I'm sitting there and I'm rolling, but then the clock starts ticking and the wheels start moving, and I'm thinking, well, if she ain't gonna do it, then I'm out. DTB.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and started playing the charade about my checks. And went ahead and built up about $22,000 real quick. Went ahead and rented a place 2 days ago, which is hell to do that and keep it quiet. You got to be pretty slick about it.
Really? Why is that?
Well, I mean, you got the people wanting to call your past rent. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They want to look you up, and you got to do it. You got to have some type of discreetness.
Right. So did you tell the new landlord that you're?
Oh, absolutely, and she's hot.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can pay the rent and trade.
Well, I hope so. It's like that medical assistant you just had. I want to do some injecting.
I bet you do.
Come on. You bet I do.
Right.
So I went ahead and did that and got that rolled. Went out this morning and bought furniture because it's my 30th birthday. Didn't get no sex this morning, which I thought for sure I would, being that you only turn 30 once.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't happen, and now I'm pretty much living off of her credit card because my checks are all supposed to be bumfungled. And I figure I could probably pull this off for a couple more days. Come Friday, she's going to really start wondering about what's happening. But there's a birthday party planned for me, and I plan on being there and getting all my birthday presents. And then we'll see who I go home with.
Look at you!
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
That bitch didn't win Miss USA. She should be slapping the face.
All right, that's enough. Boys, you can't say the F word on the radio. It's not my rule. I use the F word every hour of every day, except the hours I'm on the radio. Then I only use it during commercial breaks.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Alan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, Alan?
Hey, pretty good, bro. Feeling good. I know that the topic today is dumping your wife or your girlfriend. Well, I'm about to dump my wife, and she don't know. I went to the lawyer and everything, paid the fees and everything. Now I'm just waiting to sign the papers and have the court dockets taken to the courts, and then she'll get her service at her job.
And do you have an apartment or a house or someplace to go?
Yeah, I already. I've been checking out apartments for the last couple of weeks now, and I'm about to get a nice place,
Look at you. You sound very satisfied.
Yeah, dude.
Nano on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Dad. How are you?
All right, son.
All right. Well, I'm also about to leave my wife. We've been married for 2 years. She keeps taking my money and just putting it into savings and just sitting there. And I'm a hardworking man. I'm the one that gets up in the middle of the night, feeds the baby, changes the baby, bathes the baby, feeds the baby again, and stuff like that. And all she knows how to do is just nag and take my money.
Wow.
$20 every 2 weeks ain't going to gut it.
Wow, look at that. Now,
yeah.
But you're 20 years old. You got married at 18.
I got married at 18. I joined the Navy, and then she started missing me, so she said, come home. They didn't want to let me go, and I smoked the good stuff, and I turned myself in for her, and then now she wants to do this to me.
There we go.
So
what would you say to the boys at 18 that want to get married out there?
Don't do it. Live life. Just enjoy it.
No doubt about it. Nano, thank you for the call. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. Tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.